Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature TV 30 Minutes. I am Vin Martin Obiora Ilo. In the headlines, Ebonyi State Governor dump PDP officially for APC. YABA Magistrate Court grants bail to embattled NSAS protester Peter ERONMOSELE. Police in Lagos take over Africa Shrine. Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU says there is no end in sight to its 9-month-long strike. And now the details. Governor Dave Umahi of Ebonyi State says he left the People's Democratic Party PDP because of marginalization of the Southeast Zone, not the refusal of the party to zone the 2023 presidential ticket to the zone. Umahi, who was speaking during a chat with journalists at Government House in Abakaliki, said he's moving to the All Progressive Congress, APC, because of his belief that the ruling APC is amenable with working with the Southeast. He said he will continue to agitate for the interest of the Southeast. There have been speculations that Umahi had dumped the PDP, but today's declaration, many political pundits say, has made the move official. A magistrate court in Yaba, Lagos State has granted bail to the embattled NSAS protester Peter ERONMOSELE in the sum of 1 million naira. The court granted the bail on Tuesday after he rejected a request by the police for an order to detain him for another 30 days to enable them conclude their investigations into the allegations. ERONMOSELE, the embattled youth, was arrested on November 7th by the police for his alleged involvement in the NSAS protest and also on allegation of providing financial support to the movement. Authorities of the Abuja Metropolitan Management Council, an organ of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, on Monday demolished part of a mall housing a number of businesses in the Wuse area of Abuja. The demolition has raised the debate on why a building allegedly with an approved plan would be demolished by the same authorities that approved the plan for construction. Correspondent Marvelous Obomano has the story.
For businesses located at number 1 Lobito Crescent in the Wuse 2 area of Abuja, Monday was a block day. Officials of the Abuja Metropolitan Management Council arrived at the premises in company with armed policemen and bulldozers to demolish the building. Neighbors told SignatureTV that the management council officials accused the owner of the mall of ignoring directives to convert the ground floor of the building into a parking space. The building is located in a busy area of Abuja. But did the compliance enforcement officials need to have waited for the structure to be completed and businesses took up spaces in the building before Monday's demolition?
When this man was building it, where were they? When he laid the foundation, where were they? And what was the original structure that was given today? Where is it? Because if this thing is not approved, this man will not erect this kind of structure. If this kind of building is not approved by the same authority who is now trying to destroy what he has invested, if he is not approved, he will not do it.
For both the business owners in the demolished building and workers in those businesses, the demolition amounts to ruining businesses just recovering from the economic downturn caused by COVID-19 and losing jobs in the thick of unemployment.
I will feel very bad because this is where I'm getting something I sent to my mom, my siblings, and also to provide my needs, because they said the other time, they say youths are lazy, youths are lazy. So when I come to the shop the next day, I saw that the place I'm working has been blocking or catch fire or do something by government. I will feel very, very bad.
Even as the owner of the demolished mall refused to speak to Signature 30 Minutes, the Lobito Mall demolition will not be the first time that a building with approved plan will be demolished by the Federal Capital Development Authorities. Such situation raises the specter of either confusion or corruption. Marvelous Obomani in Abuja for Signature TV 30 Minutes.
Officers of the Nigerian police force mobilized to the new Africa Shrine in Lagos on Tuesday and restricted movement in and out of the relaxation spot. The action of the police, according to Sheun Kuti, was to prevent NSAS meetings from taking place there. Sheun, one of the sons of Fela Anikulapo Kuti, the founder of Africa Shrine, had earlier sent out flyers announcing a mass meeting tagged End SARS Movement Lessons and Tasks, which was scheduled to hold on Monday at the new Africa Shrine. However, Sheun shared that the police had written to the Anikulapo family, warning that the meeting must not hold. Last Sunday, we broadcast a special report on the worth of a Nigerian life. The report followed the rescue of the son of an American farmer, Philip Wanton, by the American Special Forces in Sokoto, in Nigeria's northwest region. As a result of the many reactions to that story, we bring it to you in the news tonight. On Saturday, October 30th, United States Special Forces, Navy SEAL 6, conducted a rescue operation inside Nigeria's northwestern state of Sokoto. In a high-risk night operation, the U.S. Special Forces took out 6 of 7 kidnappers who were holding an American national, Philip Walton, hostage and rescued him. Walton was kidnapped in Niger Republic, where he lived with his missionary father, who also runs a farm, and the kidnappers moved him into Nigeria, where apparently they thought it was safer to keep their victim while they demanded for a $1 million ransom.
Nigerian border, it's actually porous. There are no well-manned border posts with our neighboring countries, and you know, in the northeastern region of Nigeria, a lot of the states within that environment are either bordered to 2 or 3 countries. So are these border posts properly manned? Are they really clearly defined border posts? In some cases, what you find is just a wood that indicates, demarcates the both countries from a village. There's no clear border post sign. Border corners properly fenced, or should I say properly manned, or as we speak.
The Nigerian Minister of Defense, Bashir Magashi, however, says the security operation was a collaborative effort between Nigeria, United States, and Niger Republic. That may be so, but a number of Nigerians have raised the question that if it took the Americans just 5 days to locate the son of a farmer, organize a collaboration to get their troops rescue him from kidnappers in Nigeria, why has it taken 8 years to even locate the whereabouts of the kidnapped Chibok girls?
Nigerian military is still one of the best militaries in Africa. But like I said, a lot of factors are pulling this institution. The military reflects or mirrors the problem of the larger Nigerian society. Our military men go for international assignments and they perform creditably well.
There are some other Nigerians who are worried that even as the Nigerian military has special forces like the ones that rescued Philip Walton, what level of training do these special forces receive? Again, the issue of the quality and adequacy of the equipment provided for the Nigerian Special Forces makes some Nigerians question if much is not being expected from troops to whom little is given.
Those who are at the war front complain about the weapons sent to them not good enough to fight the Boko Haram insurgents or the other criminal elements, because they come with high-powered weapons and they use fairly used or second-hand weapons and stuff like that. If things like that are going on, then it tells you why, you know, it's like that. So we need to begin to see how we can address such issues.
No matter the situation, however, one factor seems to have driven the Americans into seeking out and rescuing the son of a farmer from inside Nigerian territory, where many kidnap cases are resolved by members of the family of the victims, or even organizations, by raising funds to pay ransom to the kidnappers. What drives them is the value and premium the Americans place on an American life.
European system of operations in terms of political situations seems to be more or less different from the African concept of politics. I'll explain. You see, when you are a citizen in any European nation, the government has a mandate, or will I call it a duty, to watch over the well-being of their citizens, which is supposed to be the global mandate for every government, irrespective of nations or continents. But when it comes to our context, like the African context and precisely Nigeria, is with so much regrets that sometimes the people who are supposed to offer this to our citizens are possibly not given it birth. Seeing that interest that a whole government could put apart, and the mobility and everything that was put in order to rescue such an individual, actually is really breathtaking. It's really breathtaking, and I think it's a wake-up call to our government, especially to our Nigerian government, for them to see, because it happened in our Nigerian soil. I'm very glad that it happened here. I think it will give us an eye-opener for us to redefine our political strategies. The things we've been through, survived, overcame, and we are dealing with, I think it is a wake-up call and a lesson to draw from. There is no amount of money that can be equal to a life. There is no amount of money you will give to somebody in exchange of their lives. Nobody will accept it.
The question then is, what is the value of a Nigerian life? And what premium does the Nigerian government place on such a life? The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, says there is no hope in sight to suspend its lingering strike due to alleged lack of commitment by the federal government. Professor Theophilus Lagi, Abuja Zonal Coordinator of ASU, disclosed this at a news conference on Tuesday. Lagi said the strike had lingered for several months as the government had yet to show any serious commitment or willingness towards addressing the union's core demands for students to resume studies. According to him, members of the union have been advised to seek other legitimate means of survival, as the government has not released salaries withheld since February 2020. He, however, called for the renegotiation of the 2009 agreement, payment and mainstreaming of earned academic allowances into salaries, the release of funds for the revitalization of the Nigerian university system, among others. A civil society organization, the Legislative Advocacy Initiative for Sustainable Development, is proposing amendments to the 2014 National Health Act. The organization said in Abuja on Tuesday that the act, as it is, cannot easily be activated and evaluated by many states, and amending it has become a challenge. SignatureTV correspondent Abel Kure tells us more on that development.
The Senate Committee on Health had called for the amendment of 2014 National Health Act to make its administration more responsive to the needs of health delivery to citizens. In response to the call, the Legislative Advocacy Initiative for Sustainable Development organized the stakeholder consultation in Abuja on Tuesday. The consultation, which brought together civil society organizations operating in the areas of health, Ministry of Health officials, and some private sector players, focused on the challenges created by the present act.
Earlier this year, we had there were conversations that emerged from among various stakeholders, especially the National Assembly, and right from people that knew at the time of the National Act that was passed. Some key gaps have been noticed in the National Act, and apparently some key issues, and basically the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund amendments, the implementation guideline or the review of the manual gave some questions to some fundamental legal issues in terms of what does the law say. And that has actually gingered and inspired more actors to be more interested in reviewing the act. Even the issue of medical tourism. How well are we? Yes, they've said yes, medical tourism is not allowed based on the section part 7 of the Act. But how well are we discussing it? Even the issue of the garments, the use of the part 5 that talk about the garments and the rest. So there's been various implementation meaning to some of these things, and some of them have been associated with the ambiguity that might have been associated with the Act. But
speaking to Signature TV on the side of the event, former Deputy Chairman of House of Representatives Committee on Health, Honorable Mohammed Usman, said that the challenges the present initiative to amend the 2014 Health Act could face is the implementation of the recommendation from the consultations.
The problem of our country has always been implementation. It's not making the laws that really the only challenge. You make laws, but the executive never, implements. And I said that as defective as the 2014 National Health Act, is still the provisions have not been implemented, in total, 100%. Issue of health is very key, and I think the COVID-19 pandemic has further brought to the fore, the significance of health in Nigeria, really. And our health system today is very poor, not really prioritized the way it should be. And we are just so lucky in Nigeria that is it the environment, is it the nature, the little thing which the government has been able, to do. We've not had, the pandemic has not hit Nigeria, so terrible.
The 2014 National Health Act makes provision for the establishment of emergency medical treatment committees in the states. An adherence to the provision restricting the utilization of public funds for unwarranted foreign medical trips by public officials, among others. Abel Kure in Abuja for Signature 30 Minutes.
The consultative meeting continues on Wednesday. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday presided over the quarterly meeting of the National Security Council NSC at the State House Abuja. According to Bashir Ahmed, the personal assistant to the president, the meeting discussed the recent events on the Abuja-Kaduna Highway and other security challenges. Speaking after the meeting, Minister of Police Affairs, Mohammed Dingiyadi, said that the president was determined to prevent a repeat of the EndSARS protests in Nigeria. He said that the president assured the council that the youth, community leaders, traditional rulers, public servants, and religious leaders will be involved in the process of maintaining peace in the country. The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibaja, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, and the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, were among those who attended the meeting. The football pitch of the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Enugu, will soon wear a new look as the Enugu State government begins maintenance of the pitch in readiness for the 2020-2021 football season. Enugu State Commissioner for Youths and Sports, Manfred Nzekwe, stated this while speaking on the readiness of the stadium for the new football season. From Enugu, Michael Ilediago reports.
The State Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Honorable Manfred Nzekwe, says the ongoing 5-day maintenance is a routine activity by the state in the last 5 years. Nzekwe stated this on Monday while speaking on the readiness of Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium for the 2020-2021 Football League, adding that the state government always ensures the maintenance of the pitch every 6 months and does not need any reminder. Nzekwe was reacting to recent reports concerning the condition of the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium and the league management company's directives for some football clubs, including Rangers, to fix their pitches.
Since 2015, the present administration of His Excellency, Dr. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, has continued to maintain the pitch through machine brushing. It's called machine brushing, maintenance of the turf to keep it fit either before the league, before the start of the league, or after the league, just to maintain the turf so that it will be in a standard form for any international match to be played on it. That is what we are doing, and it's going to last for 1 week. And since after during the COVID, the stadium was shut down, there's no activities going on in the stadium until recently when the sporting activities has been lifted. If you look around, you see our people on training, the Rangers that are training over there, but that is outside the pitch. Then what we need to do is to maintain it, keep it fit for any match to be played here. So what we are doing is the routine maintenance that has been ongoing every season so that the pitch will be fit for any international match and then local leagues.
Nzekwe further spoke on the condition of other facilities in the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium.
Other facilities here, like you can see, in a very short while, you see we are destroying all the facilities. The scoreboard is working, the floodlights are okay. Then the dressing rooms, we have 2 dressing rooms, all of them are in a perfect condition.
He assured sports lovers in Enugu State and beyond that the pitch would be ready for this year's league and other football activities.
So I want to use this opportunity to assure our people, the good people of Enugu State, the sports-loving people of the state, that in a short while, as we are already trying to put the pitch in order for this season, I assure them that the league will be played in Enugu, that His Excellency is doing his best. All the areas that the LMC said we should make sure that they're in a standard form. Already, even before they said it, we're already on it. And you can see to yourself, we assure them they don't need to panic or be in fear that the league will not be played in Enugu.
Meanwhile, the technical officer of Reform Sports Group West Africa, the organization handling the maintenance of the pitch, Sani Mohammed, explained the process it will take them to fix the pitch, as well as the present condition of the pitch and what it will look like after maintenance.
What we always do is we will try and brush up the artificial turf itself, because there are 2 ways you do it. It's either you're using the rotary or the triangular. Triangular brushing is most times you now find out that the pitch itself is not taking the normal shape that it should be taking. The ball will always be meandering, and you have this the relation between the players and the pitch won't be what it should be like. So all you need to do, you need to brush the field, get it all level. All these things you are seeing here, like my colleague will say, he always loves to say that 80% of everything you brush always go back to the pitch, because if it doesn't go back, then the love of the pitch is not always there.
Many football pundits believe that the 25,000 capacity Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium Enugu remains one of the key reasons Enugu Rangers International has never gone on relegation, owing to the standard and facilities available in the stadium. For many, the stadium has played significant roles in the development of sports in Nigeria and needs routine maintenance. Michael Iledagu in Enugu, reporting for SignatureTV 30 minutes.
And now the stock market report. Trading on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange closed on Tuesday with an impressive rise in the volume and value of stocks traded. The volume of stocks traded on Tuesday rose from 668,531,406 to 9,360,014,746 naira. The value of the traded stocks closed at 7,849,218,445.68 naira. This was a 53.15% rise. The all-share index, however, fell to 34,242.83 from the 34,795.82 recorded on Tuesday. Corn oil was the top gainer among other 26 gainers at the close of trade, while Nestle topped the losers chart. Mali held a state funeral on Tuesday for former President Amadou Touare, an icon who steered the troubled nation to free elections and led it for a decade before being ousted in a coup. Touare, sometimes called Mali's soldier of democracy, died on November 10th at the age of 72 after he had been transferred to Turkey for medical care following a heart surgery. Remember that the second wave of COVID-19 is projected to go up at this time of the year. Please do well to stay safe, maintain physical and social distance, and wear your face mask while going about your daily activities. That's the Signature TV 30 Minutes. On behalf of my producer, Damilola Abudu, I am Vin Martin Obiora Ilo. Thanks for watching.